it's Miss Steyer. I'm back here today with Brad.
Hello.
And we are here to talk to you more about our caterpillars and the super exciting cocoons that we saw yesterday. So we're going to talk today about what is the difference between a chrysalis and a cocoon. But before we do that, Brad is going to go over the life cycle with you.
All right, so caterpillars start off as eggs, and then they eat their way out of their egg, and then go to the larva stage, and they turn to a caterpillar. Then, after eating more, they go to the pupa stage and go into their chrysalis. And then they become a butterfly.
Good job, Brad. That's right. Those are all the stages of the life cycle of the butterfly. And what we learned yesterday was that butterflies and moths are pretty similar, and we're going to learn what a moth is and versus what a butterfly is over the next few days. And there are some things that are super similar. There are some things that are pretty different. We're going to learn the differences between them, but today we want to look at the cocoons. These are the moth cocoons. Brad hasn't seen them yet. I want you to take a closer look at our cocoons. So they look a little bit different than the chrysalis will look, which we'll take a look at in a minute. So those are the cocoons. And inside of those cocoons are moths. So they were moth caterpillars, and they are turning into moths right there in those cocoons. I'm going to put them back here. We'll look at them again in a minute. But I want to tell you the difference between a chrysalis and a cocoon. And I bet Brad doesn't know this because it's something a lot of adults don't know too. So how about we take a minute and you turn to your adult and ask your adult if they know the difference between a chrysalis and cocoon. What makes them different? What's different between a butterfly chrysalis and a moth cocoon? Do they know? Do you know? Let's find out. So, Brad, both the moth and the butterfly go through the same life cycle. So a moth starts as an egg, just like the butterfly, and it has the larva stage, just like a butterfly. And when they come out, they're adults that look pretty similar, but this stage is very different. So for a butterfly, the pupa stage is the chrysalis. When the caterpillar and the larva stage sheds its skin and molts, which we learned that they molt 5 times. So when they shed their skin and molt, the last time they molt, or the last time they shed their skin, they grow out of that skin, and that last skin becomes hard. And it becomes their protecting outer layer. That's called a chrysalis. So when you see the chrysalis, and we'll see it in a second with our butterflies, it's really their last skin after they molt or shed their skin that last time. That last skin becomes hard and protects them, while inside they turn into a butterfly. That's not the case with the moth. What the moth does is one of the last times they molt, before that last time, they actually take silk and they build a cocoon around them. So whereas the butterfly goes out of their last shedding of their skin, the molting, and their skin becomes hard, that larva from the moth actually builds a cocoon the whole way around them out of silk. And that silk cocoon that they make around them becomes hard. And inside of that cocoon that they build, they shed their skin another time, And that's when, in their last molt, they become a moth. So the moth makes their cocoon, but the butterfly sheds its last skin, and that skin becomes hard. That's what the chrysalis is. So that's the difference between a chrysalis and a cocoon. So now I bet your mom and dad or grandma and grandpa learned something new today too. Why don't you ask them? Did they learn something new? Oh, that's so exciting. It's so fun to learn new things. Why don't we take a look a little closer? The caterpillars have been busy. So let's take a look. Do you see? I see. Let me see if I can get a little better view. There we go. Let me see. I see a couple of our caterpillars have made their chrysalises. There they are. They are hanging there. I see 2 chrysalises and 2 caterpillars hanging in the letter J still. And 1 caterpillar that is not quite at the top yet. So that one on the bottom is a little bit slower to grow, and that's okay. Everybody grows and changes in their own time. Just like people, everyone grows differently. So that little guy is just taking its time. But those chrysalises at the top, they're busy turning into beautiful butterflies. And I can't wait to see what they look like when they come out. So that's what the chrysalis looks like. Let me see if I can focus on that one a little bit. And just to remind you, that's what a chrysalis looks like. And this is what the cocoon looks like. So those cocoons have moths in there busily turning into their moth stage, their adult stage when they will be moths. Okay, say goodbye and we'll see them tomorrow. When maybe we'll have some other chrysalises too. And I can't wait to see you tomorrow because I miss you so much. I hope that you're healthy and that you're safe and that you come back tomorrow to see me. Bye.